The bullets and the punches and the riots have been flowing in only one direction for too long.
I've been trying to tell you guys this whole time how corrupt all of these things were, and here we are.
It is not our responsibility to fix something they spent years intentionally trying to destroy. Unity can only happen in a country when you have a people who agree on what the outcome should be.
Hold on to your butt cheeks is right. I saw somebody over in the comments say, hold on to your butt cheeks because it's starting time. Son of a gun. What's up, everybody? I don't know about y'all, but this is going to be a hell of a lot of fun tonight. We should have recorded some of the green room because that was like chaos. It was hilarious. And I'm hoping that everyone brings the same energy to the show because that was a lot of fun. Folks, we've got a massive show tonight. We've got some really important things to talk about, some really important updates to share. We've got some, as you can see, some really important guests with us tonight. And there's just a whole lot to go over. And we've got a bunch of ICE bad boy clips to show you. Nom wants to talk about the Insurrection Act, so we're going to talk about that. And outside of it, I don't know what else is going to happen. I have no clue. It's just going to be whatever happens. I've given Nom and SK full permission to take this show down the gutter if they want to. They're welcome to do it. But I hope you guys are looking forward to this because this is going to be an absolute blast. And there's a bunch of you here in the comments already. Wow.
Well, I fixed a lot of things. And we were watching the comments flowing through earlier, and we saw someone ask, why are there now two live options to choose? Well, because one of those is if you're watching this on YouTube on your phone in portrait mode, you can now see us in portrait mode. Other one is for landscape mode. We're testing it out. We may go back to just landscape and everybody have to flip your phones over. But I played around with this thing. I pushed a bunch of buttons today and we fixed all kinds of problems. We talked about them for weeks. Now I can see all of your YouTube and your Rumble and your X, all of your stuff happening.
I figured
right
out
here in one place.
how to see
Actually,
the comments.
is X working?
That's
X
a good
going
question.
right
I don't see anybody from X. So let me go
I
over
don't
and check
see any
X.
comments from X.
Let's look.
I figured out how to read your comments on the screen in here. I didn't think I could see them. Apparently there's another tab I didn't know about. I found it.
So can I just point out real quick before we do some important introductions that SK has been a key member of this show from day one, and she is just now figuring out that she can see your comments in StreamYard.
You go, girl.
We are not up on X.
Yeah, we are.
I mean,
I see
better
it
late
now.
than never, right?
That's my
Uh,
motto.
I've been the same way.
Everybody's like, we love you. Listen.
There we go.
Yeah,
We are
yep.
up on X. Okay.
All right.
We're good.
So
All right,
we're up on X, we're up on Rumble, and we are integrated
there's
fully
Michael
in YouTube.
Kano with the comment. All right, we see you. Good. All right.
All right, folks. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping first, okay? As you guys can tell, and we were promoting this all day today, we have some very, 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 very important guests with us today. We've got Claire Patriot, and we've got MagaMeg. Introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hello, everybody. I think most of you follow me. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
Well, yes, I think a lot of you follow me. You were so excited for us to come on tonight because we have a huge announcement, and I know you guys are totally stoked to hear it. And I don't even know if I need to introduce myself because if you're here, then you probably follow us in some manner or them that repost us. So
And I'm just here to remind you all to hold on to your butt cheeks as we go on this journey together.
Like I said, I'm going to need an audio wave clip of that statement. Hold on to your butt cheeks. And we will be using that as often as we possibly can because it should fit everywhere all
Can
the time.
you use it to replace my intro saying?
Oh, I
'cause
love that.
it was so
hate
good
it.
though.
It
I hate
sounds
it.
great.
I hate it.
So
All right,
what's
folks.
happening here, ladies? Is they're starting their own podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
starting our own podcast.
well,
Hello.
everybody knows Claire. Everybody knows MagaMeg. But why are you here? And what are you doing? You're starting your own
So-
show. You want to tell us about it?
So we are starting our own show, and it looks like we're going to be starting it this weekend. What day are we thinking, Meg?
Sunday. I do have a birthday party to go to for my son. But it'll probably be in the evening, Sunday.
Yes, we will announce for sure tomorrow the exact times, but we were thinking Sunday, and we're super excited because we're also joining the Patriot Source Network because they're making a network now. They're branching out.
She just spilled the beans, folks. That was the rest of the announcement. Folks, we have been talking internally for a while about how we can expand and try to start bringing like-minded content creators together to make sure that we're sharing resources so that we're not competing against one another. So when I saw that Claire and MagaMeg were going to be launching a podcast, I immediately reached out to him and I was like, let's talk, because we have some overlap in our audiences and some areas where we don't overlap in our audiences. And I have a feeling that all of our audiences would benefit from being able to see multiple different variations of content, because we probably do a very different type of show than what they will do. They will bring things to you in ways that we can't, because I don't know if you've watched either of their content, but they're freaking hilarious. I'm funny, but I ain't that funny.
You are not funny, dude. Like, not even a little bit funny.
Leave it to the brother.
Not even close to funny. I'm not funny, and I'm funnier than you are.
Oh,
Wow.
Brother burn.
That is not cool. And we all know that I'm funny. So anyway, so what we have decided to do, and I'm excited about this because I think this is just the beginning, is to rebrand the Patriot Source Podcast, YouTube, Rumble, and X accounts, and turn it into the Patriot Source Network.
Woo!
The Patriot Source Network, one platform across multiple different social media platforms where you can see Claire and MagaMeg do their show. You can also see the Patriot Source Podcast do our show, and we share audiences and we share everything, because that's what we should be doing as content creators. The left is fantastic at organizing and bringing their resources together. Unfortunately, they do it in ways to try to destroy our country. We're going to do it to try to build our country, to try to save our country. So this is also an open invitation to other content creators who want to leverage a platform that is growing, that I think has a lot of the technology figured out, and we can share resources. So I just saw another group of friends are getting ready to launch their podcast, and I'll be reaching out to them also to say, hey, let's talk, because as an audience, as somebody who consumes podcasts, the last thing I want to have to do is try to figure out, where do I go find these people at? If there's one place, one location that everybody can go to and you can get everyone's unique but important perspective, why not do it? So I'm excited about that.
There's also the built-in immediate audience. If you're going to, get your new show off the ground, listen, MagaMeg, Claire Patriot, between the two of you guys probably have 500,000 followers, I think, just on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, or Instagram combined, whatever. You have a ton of them. That's fantastic. Then you have the network effect of SK, of PatriotDad. I have like 5 whole followers, like all over the place. We put them all together, right? And then you bring on, I don't know, one or two other big creators that have a little bit of a different shtick, but tell a great story and get the information out. At the end of the day, all we want to do is we want to take the Harry Sissons and the Dean Withers and all those other fucking retards and bury their asses in the 2026 midterms.
All we want
and we want to do it together.
This country. That's it. We're trying to save this country and maintain our constitution.
Edie is low-level funny, and that's it. I am low-level funny.
Can we deal with this for a second? Nom, you've created a monster. We've got people in the comment section now saying that I'm just barely low-level funny.
Somebody said
I told you, you are not
funniest.
funny.
That is
SK is funny.
I think it was Dane. Wait, I don't remember the name. It was on X, because now I can see the comments. So now you guys are never going to have my attention. Yeah, Michael, Cano, I don't know. They said SK's funny, and then they said SK's the funniest. So
freaking liars.
take that.
Well, listen, SK is funny when she's a little bit sauced and she gets going.
Well, good
They
thing I
love
got
you.
a
They
whole
love you.
40 ounces here.
Listen, can we do a little bit more housekeeping before we get into this? Guys, listen, if you are in here, go and like, go subscribe, do all the things, hit the buttons, go to Rumble. If you're on YouTube, go to Rumble, like and subscribe. If you're on Rumble or you're on YouTube, go over to the X page, like and subscribe, hit all of those buttons, because that network effect, all that stuff that we're going to get, the economies of scale that we can get from you guys liking all of these things. And by the way, we are now able to pull over all of the YouTube comments in here. So if you're a super chat commenter, if you're one of those super chat commenters, we're bringing you right up here on stage. And at some point during this, we're going to start asking questions. You're going to be able to ask us questions. We're going to prioritize the super chat questions first. And then we're going to let the entire team, everybody here, the new Patriot Source Network group, get together, and we're going to answer your questions as a team, especially the super chat folks. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have an agenda today, but there is a couple of things that I want to run through real fast. You guys saw the logo for the Patriot Source Network. So I want to crowdsource some opinions just for like 2 minutes, if we can.
Well, you got to tell them 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to need you guys in the comments to tell me which one of these you like as kind of the standard bearer logo for the new Patriot Source Network. This is one of the ones that I created. I think this is pretty cool. I like this one. Here's another one.
Mrs. Nom liked this one. I like that one. Mrs. Nom and I like the first one best.
So here's kind of a play on our old, well, we're still going to keep the Patriot Source Podcast logo. Here's a play on that. Here is, I think, another one that I think is pretty cool. I like this one also.
Ooh.
It's a little bit vintage, but a little bit modern at the same time. I think that's pretty cool. And then there's the black and white version. All right. So I need you guys to vote for me in the comments. You got 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I need you to tell me which ones you like.
I have that microphone. I should get it and put it up here somewhere so it's there. I have a microphone.
You should use it.
Exactly like that. Now I don't think it'll plug in. It's old. It's really, really old.
You can find an adapter
like
for it. You can find an adapter for it.
It has like a round plug thing on the end.
Hey, ladies.
It's called an RCA.
A lot of votes.
Claire and MagaMeg, I have a question for you from X. Are you ready to answer this one? I'm going to bring it up on the screen. How can we stop all of the House and the Senate corruption on both sides?
I'm going to let Claire take that.
That's a really good question. I think that is a big part of what Trump has been trying to do. And I think, I will always, my answer for everything is make sure you turn out for the midterms, because your local elections matter so much. And if you really don't like the action of somebody that you think is committing these acts, then we need to vote them out. And then also, I do think that these things are happening. We just need to be patient.
I love that. Just be patient. That's the last thing any of the fake ass America First people want to hear, but it's the most important thing. Maga, you got anything to add to that? MagaMeg, you got anything to add?
I mean, she said it. I don't think I could say anything better than that. Patience is key, and voting, getting out and voting, making your voice heard, making a difference. Sitting at home and not doing anything about it except bitching about it isn't gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
Clench your cheek.
Yeah. I mean, complaining on the internet's one thing. You can complain on the internet, but if you get your ass up off your couch, out of your computer chair, from behind your keyboard and your screen, and you actually go and vote after you complain, that's what matters. Because the Republican Party has a very serious problem. We complain a lot, but we don't vote in special elections, and we kind of suck at voting in midterms.
Yeah, they suck at voting in midterms.
So we're going to change that. We're getting asses off of seats and asses into booths, and we're voting.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh,
All right.
hey. Oh, if you're in the comments, is MAGA Larry here? Can somebody go over to Discord and tag at everyone and put the link to the YouTube or Rumble or X or whatever?
Get him in
the
here.
Discord, because I still have not taken the time to gain access to Discord again.
Get him in here. All right. So we actually have our first super chat. All right. So CM Lion Pride voting says number 1 is the best. That's not number 1. What happened to number 1? Where'd it go? Did you take number 1 down? You took number 1 off, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Number 2, the first one is the best.
Yeah, but
Oh.
the logo, did
No.
you take it? It's not in there anymore.
No, dude. No. Hold on, dude. Listen, you are not
The listening
are
to you
not
bicker is
permitted.
hilarious.
You are not listen.
Listen, I'm in the
Well,
group.
You
I'm in
can't
the group
you can't
chat.
have you have to remove an image before you add a new image. Okay.
This is horse
Listen.
malarkey. Freaking horse
Listen.
malarkey.
Claire.
This is number 1. This is number 1 for CM Lion Pride. This was number 1. I agree. This one is the best. Mrs. Knob, by the way, agrees this one's the best. Okay.
I
Carry
think
on.
we have a consensus in our household too that one is the best.
Claire.
Ladies,
Yes.
ladies, what do you think?
Well, hold on. First, I have to tell Claire that we have a group text that I'm in. It's me, Nom, and PatriotDad. And they text each other. And sometimes they text about things. And I'm like, you realize I'm here, right? And they're like, yeah, we don't care.
Well, sometimes she texts us for an entire day and we don't respond. And she's
They
like,
don't.
you
That's
guys
me.
realize I'm here, right? And
Well,
then a day
no.
later, we send her something. She's like, guys, I sent that to you 3
Yes.
days ago. Why don't you read what I send you? Why don't you listen to me? Why don't
They
you
It's a
would
ever
know how to
volume
solve-
issue.
They
It's a
would know how
volume
to.
issue.
They would know how to solve all these problems if they would just look at my text messages, because I send them every single breadcrumb that they could possibly ever
All right,
need.
I'm going to show you. So here's how SK sends breadcrumbs. All right, you ask SK a question about something very specific, and she sends you a 400-page report.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how in the F am I supposed to read that?
You
The
read
problem
it.
is
all
she
of it,
does
but-
read it.
You
She-
need
All
to
of it's
go-
important.
You need to go watch those videos on YouTube that are the speed reading videos, because apparently I can read a whole lot more words in a minute than I thought I could. If you go watch those videos and see if you can comprehend what they're saying when they get up to like 500, 600, 700, 900 words a minute, you can read really fast.
This is the worst QVC show
I'm
ever. Are you
I'm
kidding
actually
me?
I'm actually offended, Darren Carr.
Oh,
I am incredibly. I don't even know what
If
that
I knew
means.
what QVC was, I'd be offended.
It's that
Oh,
home
God, you're so
shopping
young. We're
network
so
that the
old.
old ladies
Home
buy all their
shopping
stuff
network.
on.
Oh God, that's so mean.
and by the way, one was the best.
All right.
Okay.
One was
Yeah.
the best. All right.
Right.
So we actually do have a little bit of content prepared for you guys today, but we're going to kind of sprinkle it in and have a little bit fun. So a couple days ago, I was floating around on X and I'm seeing all these videos of ICE basically doing their job. And unfortunately, that means today that they're having to wrestle people and tackle people and jump on people and break people's windows just to get them to do basic things like, I don't know, stop obstructing law enforcement from doing their job. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if somebody started pulling together these clips and just made like a Bad Boys of Ice compilation?
And
So that's what I did.
And just so we're
God.
clear, you guys, these ICE agents aren't just like randomly knocking on doors asking for papers. They are serving warrants. Some of them are federal warrants for other crimes. Also, they're having to wait outside of the jails and the prisons because these states refuse to hold illegal aliens in the jails and the prisons. So they're having to wait outside for them to release them from jail and arrest them. And they're serving federal warrants. These people are obstructing federal warrants being served for search warrants for human trafficking, money laundering, all sorts of terrible crimes. They are trying to protect the criminals.
They are. So I thought we would show some of those clips because I think it'd be funny. What's your take on Canadian PM hails strategic partnership with China to adopt a new? Oh, we just talked about this.
Oh, right. So listen, I saw this and I didn't want to lose it. We can come back to it. The reason I put it up here is because we just talked about this. We just talked about the Don Road Doctrine and what Trump is going to do with Mark Carney. Is it Mark Carney? Is that his name, Mark Carney?
Carney,
Mark Carney
yeah.
up there, who, by the way, used to run the Central Bank of London, which is
course he
the
did.
root of all trouble. But now he's there. This is not going to fly. Mark Carney, the Central Bank of London, wants China to be the superpower of the world. They do. And now he's over there. And this is not going to work in the Don Road Doctrine. So we'll leave it there. But I did not want to let this one go because this is dovetailed perfectly into like literally our last like 2 weeks of shows. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have.
I don't know if we can leave this one there.
Is
I
there,
think
do we have mods in here? Are
No.
there
I was about to say
mods?
we're getting spammed.
We're
that's
getting
all right. Let them
spammed.
spam.
It says
Good.
literally Charlie won't be missed. You can't read the
It's-
actual comments because it just says
Good.
Charlie won't be missed.
They're in here watching. Who cares?
Thanks for
Uh,
the engagement.
I'm
Delete-
putting user in timeout.
I just did it. I just put him in timeout.
All right,
I'll be
you're
the
in
mod. I'll
timeout.
be the mod in real time. I'll be the mod in
Yourself.
real time.
Nobody
You are
wants
in
to be
timeout.
spammed.
Nobody wants to be spammed. I don't think we can leave this one alone because you know the old saying that love of money is the root of all evil. I'm
Yeah.
convinced that the Bank of London is actually the root of all evil. The Bank of London is the source of all evil in the world. And it has always been the source of all evil in the world. The problem is they have convinced most of the West that they don't really have any sway. And the problem with that is they do. The Bank of London is in fact the root of all evil. So when Mark Carney, who used to be the head of the Bank of London, is now trying to partner with China, I think the question that the American people are going to have to start answering is, at what point do we realize that the British are not our friends and are in fact enemies of ours?
Mr. Dearlove might be a good indication of that. Oh, was it Richard Dearlove?
Richard
Dearlove.
Richard Dearlove.
Richard Dearlove. All right. Let's make it more fun. Listen, we've got a. Here's a good question. Here's one. Here's a super chat. This is a response. It's a super chat response from Sally Splice GH. I don't know how else to make that noise. Find your local Republican Party, start going to their events, and start asking questions about locals running. Get involved, folks. Get involved with your central committees. PatriotDad, you know all about this. Get involved. Seriously, you guys remember how involved MAGA and the conservative, the Republican right was during COVID when they started like forcing our kids to take jabs and put on masks and stuff? We blew up school district board meetings and all of that stuff. And then we just went back to sleep again. That's how you do it.
Oh, hey.
Meg
Knob.
and what? Yes.
The GH is silent, she said.
What's a
okay.
silent GH
Oh,
sound
so
like?
There's no sound.
So
Oh, it's just
Sly.
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 Oh, so it's
Sly.
not.
That means
not
there's
Sly.
no sound. Bro, no wonder you guys don't read what I send you.
I liked the noise he made better though.
He's like,
I knew it was silent.
Also, we have more trolls. Claire and Meg, you guys bring the trolls
Have
in
trolls. I do. I'm sorry.
Hey,
That's okay.
Hey,
yeah,
you know what I would like? I'd like the trolls, list of trolls. If you want us to read your comments, trolls, go ahead and do a super chat. We'll
Hey,
take
you
those.
thumb-thugging couch Karens. Don't make
They're
me bust
just
out my
cranky
TikTok and
fans.
deface your ass,
That's
number
right.
one. But also, number two, don't you have a troll to guard or something? Shouldn't you be like asking for passwords to cross the bridge? Who's guarding the bridge?
Well, this person's guarding the bridge right here.
Your injuries
This one is.
now and the prognosis. Will you be blind in that eye for life?
From what I've heard the doctors say and everyone else, yes, I will be blind for life.
Do you know why I
They said
pulled
my
this
glove
video?
was ruptured. I had like.
Do you know
Why
why
don't
I
you tell
pulled
us?
this video?
Why?
That's a woman. That's a chick. That's a freaking
Yep.
girl. That is not a
look at the
dude.
hands.
That is a girl. Look at the hand.
The
That is-
hands
that
don't
is
lie.
a
Confirmed
tr-
today
that is
too. It
a-
was confirmed.
That is a
Was
girl
it?
pretending
It
she's
was
a boy.
Wait.
Hold on.
My lower
Watch,
lid
watch.
was like cut up and they had to take skin from my temple.
The vocal fry to get a deeper voice. That is a girl pretending to be a boy and got her ass kicked by ICE agents because of it.
How did I not know
Yeah.
that?
Oh my god.
Wait.
You couldn't tell. Look at
My
the hand. Look,
lower
those are
lid
girl. Those are
was, like,
petite
cut up
girl
and they had to
hands.
take skin
Those
Yeah,
are
I
petite
can't unsee
And
it
the
now.
girl hands.
Hold on. My first thought was, wait a minute. These are supposed to be like the Antifa hard asses that are protesting against ICE. And I heard that voice and I was like, why does his voice sound like that? He does
Because
not
it's
sound
a
like an
girl. Listen,
Antifa
I have
hard
told you,
ass.
that Antifa is nothing more than a group of people on a continuum of transitioning from male to female or female to male. That is all Antifa is. There are no straight cis whatevers in Antifa. They are all trans Tifa, every one of them. It is a freaking an anarchist group of terrorists of people who are hopped up on SSRIs and hormones. They're all fucked up. And that one thought that she could actually be a masculine man and got her ass beat by actual masculine men. That's why I brought that up. Anyway.
Yep.
That's what happened. Did I miss the sign? The FAFO? Did Donald Trump
I
hand
saw
her?
it.
Amazing.
Someone
Hand
took it
her-
away. Hold on. Where did
We need to see that
bring it
again
back.
because I missed
Yeah.
it. I think I was looking at something else. I
And
want
I
to
was
make sure.
distracted after you
Here
said
we
it was
go.
a girl.
Now listen. Here it is. All right, let's finish it, okay? Because listen, I may have chopped a couple of these together. Let's go back and look at the hands. Once you see the hands, that's a petite girl's hands. That's not even a chunky girl hand. That's a petite small girl hand. Look at that.
Can't unsee that now.
No, look at that. Anyway, President Trump's got something to say.
My lower lid was like cut up, and they had to take skin from my temple.
Oh my god.
That's a vocal fry.
Well, that's not near as bad as what's gonna happen if you get bottom surgery. Just
There you go,
saying.
sweetheart. There's your bag of ice.
There's your eyes.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Little.
There's your eyes.
I'm
I love it.
sorry.
I love it.
Sorry. That's actually a very petite, small girl pretending to be a boy, and boy got his ass kicked.
I was looking at my hands when you couldn't see me, and I was like, "Why do my hands look like I'm 100 years old?"
Too much sun? I don't know.
We
Yeah,
can't.
look at
So
my
I just have a
face. That's
question.
definitely what it is.
So are these just bots that keep coming in? Because they keep saying the same thing. So somebody did somebody pay for bots
Probably.
to come harass us?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
made it,
Probably.
guys. We made it.
Probably.
Yep.
This is looking like my
Hold up.
comment section on TikTok.
Good. We did. We made it. If you've got
Mine
bots showing up
too.
in your comments, that means that you're doing all right.
My
That's
TikTok
right.
comments are the worst.
Hold on, let's get back. So we've got a super chat I want to make sure we highlight. So we've got Privacy IS, $1.99. Thank you so much. Let's all pray for the demons to leave us alone. Father, we thank you that every demonic spirit in this podcast has to go in Jesus' name. Get the hell out. Get out.
Amen.
Amen.
Peace out.
All right,
See you. Poof.
you're out. I saw another one. I think I saw, who was that? Larry? Or
How do
was
I
that
make
Jake?
someone a mod? Could I make someone a mod in here?
I have
You
no
can.
idea how to do that.
I don't know how to do
That's
it, but
probably a
you can
good
because I've
idea.
seen it on YouTube. But other people do it.
I know you can do it. I just don't know how to do it. What was PD?
I don't
My
think
message
you
didn't
know what? We
post.
probably can't do it in StreamYard. That's the problem.
I think you have to do it
Stop.
over
Damn
in
it.
YouTube. What are you doing?
All right, I will. I'm nothing. Ignore me. I'm pushing buttons.
All
I
right.
think
So,
you can click their name and click like make a mod or something like that.
so who wants
Not
to
in
see?
StreamYard. I can't.
Who wants to see some of the fun that ICE was having over the last couple of days? Because
love the fun.
I've been having an absolute blast watching this stuff. I don't know why. I love these types of shows. Like I love Cops. I love PD Live or Live PD. Or
Body
whatever it
cam.
is. I love it. It's like exciting. And to see ICE agents out there actually doing their job and having to rip through the beta cuck versions of Antifa that exist today, it's just fun to watch. So let's watch a couple of videos.
Police arresting a protester, seems to be a person who was outside this building. We just witnessed them arresting another person moments ago, and now they're clearing the street. Now it has happened a few times, Dana, that protesters take the street, and that's when police moves in to clear the street right outside this building. Now this
That's crazy, isn't it? That police have to come in and clear the streets of a bunch of lunatic leftists. They're doing their job. Thank you, Dom
What are
Cia,
they-
for the $20.
I
What
just don't
gets-
understand what are they accomplishing, because in reality they're just making it more dangerous for the people they say they're protecting. Because like, is it safer for them just to be detained and taken, or is it safe, or is it more dangerous when you guys are just blocking them in, causing a huge mob? And like, that doesn't seem like it's making it safer. You know what I mean? They're probably in a hurry if you guys are all doing that. Like,
Well, my thing is they put themselves in this situation in harm's way. They impede law enforcement, and then they want to throw up their hands and scream and cry and play the victim. I
Yeah.
don't get that.
Well, look, if we all understand the color revolution that is actively ongoing in this country, this is simply a tactic to try to nudge the country further and further and further along to their goal, which is revolution. Now, if they could stoke a nonviolent revolution just through the color revolutionary tactics, they would do that. But they know that the American people are just a little bit too salty to allow our country just to kind of be handed over to a bunch of communists and fascists, that we're going to actually fight back to stop it. They know that they're going to have to move this into an armed conflict, and that's what they're trying to do. Now, What they are attempting to do is to very slowly move the country into armed conflict and be able to blame Donald Trump for it, right? So you're seeing these points of escalation happen where they're poking and prodding and pushing and pulling and trying to nudge Trump into doing what they think is going to be the trigger for the revolution, which is the Insurrection Act. But what they don't understand is that the Insurrection Act will be the thing that actually shuts them down immediately. And it's not as though we haven't used the Insurrection Act before. I think it's like 37 times or something like that. It's been enacted 30 something times.
I think 15 or 17 presidents have used it.
Yeah, it's not unusual. 30 times by 17 different presidents. 37% of the American presidents have invoked the Insurrection Act. The Insurrection Act is going to happen at some point because that's what they want, because they then want to turn around in the midterm elections and say, see, look, we told you Donald Trump was a dictator.
Yep.
He invoked the Insurrection Act. And then we're going to look at him and say, yeah, no shit he did, because you guys are insurrecting. It's that simple. If you
They're engaged in insurrection.
So do you think that's why today he said that he didn't want to enact it? Did you see his statement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
what
well-
his motivation could be, but that makes sense that maybe he knows they're going to turn around and say, well, he's a dictator.
They've already said
Well-
that. They've been telling them in the protest groups since at least February that the Project 2025 says that day one in office, Trump is going to, or right after he takes office, he's going to do something in order to be able to enact the Insurrection Act and then implement martial law, and we won't have any more elections. And then they tell people, so don't go out protesting and acting crazy. Make sure you don't do anything to cause that. But then they go on and say, but he's going to do it anyway. So make sure you go all out and you go crazy and you do all the things that you're not supposed to do, because it's going to happen anyway. And they encourage them. They've been telling them this since February. And when he did that executive order day one, asking them to look into some stuff about the Insurrection Act, and the deadline was like April something. And then there was another executive order issued like April 28th. All of the liberals are convinced that that was Trump basically enacting the Insurrection Act. That's what they tell people.
Think he can do it on the sneaky? Like what?
So he's actually already satisfied all of the legal requirements to invoke the Insurrection Act, except for one. There's one that he has to do still, which is a proclamation demanding that they disperse in a certain period of time. So basically, if he were to come out tomorrow and say, this is an order, the crowds have to disperse in the next 72 hours. If they don't, all of the legal requirements to invoke the Insurrection Act, I believe, SK, if I'm not right about this, let me know. He can do it.
Yep, you're right. He can. And other people think that they've already been satisfied and he can just invoke it. But I lean towards he needs to make a proclamation.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be like 72 hours. It's been done before with 24-hour deadlines.
Yeah, it can be whatever the timeline is, as long as he gives that proclamation, and he'll do it. I mean, think about it. The legal requirements have been met since about April. And the amount of restraint that he has shown between April and today, considering the ongoing escalation of force that the left is using to try to stoke a revolution, the fact that he hasn't done it yet tells me that he doesn't want to do it.
He doesn't.
He will. He doesn't have a choice at some point.
Well, hold on. Here's what's actually happening, right? So President Trump is trying to straddle line in midterm, because we have midterms coming up. We have very important elections coming up, and we don't have the SAVE Act in place yet. So we still have to deal with a lot of the irregularities that we have in our elections. He's trying to straddle the line of the political versus the legal, the law side of this, right? Because at some point, the politics of invoking the Insurrection Act, which is he's a dictator, he's literally Hitler, he's fascist, he's all of those things. That's the politics that he knows they will play. At some point, that has to end, and protecting the Constitution and the rule of law has to become his duty, his obligation as the unitary executive, the Article 2 President of the United States. That's his job. That's his obligation. And the Insurrection Act was incredibly smartly written for this purpose when a state prohibits or impedes or obstructs or does nothing to stop people within its state from doing those things, from the execution, the implementation of federal law. We're there, but it's not gotten so violent yet that the legal side of the state and the federal judiciary, the DOJ, can't handle the criminal aspect of what's going on, right? Because that's where we still are. That they can still arrest these people, and they can still pull them out of the crowd, and they can send them through the courts, and they can, try them. But we're seeing jury nullification, right? So that's a problem. But
Yeah.
we're not at the Insurrection Act part yet, because the federal agents that are there, they can just keep surging more of them. They can handle the 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 at a time. When this gets to a point where these folks' lives en masse are in danger, he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act, because he's obligated to do it.
Yep, for sure. Speaking of which, let's look at some more Bad Boys of ICE videos,
I'm so excited.
because that's fun. This one is, I thought this one was funny. So ICE decided to take a couple of the ICE Watch people, the people who are trying to interfere. They decided to take them on a wild goose chase today. I don't know if you guys saw this, but here's a video of an ICE agent in a roundabout just driving in circles. I mean, because if you got people trailing you, you might as well just go round and round and round and round and round the roundabout. Now, I cut about a minute and a half out of this video because it was basically just this agent driving in circles.
It's
That's
called a
hilarious.
traffic circle in the United States, and they were invented in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Fun fact.
Look at the vehicle in front of him, in the front corner of his window. That's one of the vehicles in the ICE Watch convoy. He's almost caught up to him, and they're just going around in circles and circles and circles. That is freaking hilarious.
Oh, I love this stuff. Look at it. Round and round.
He could literally rear end. He could literally rear end the last vehicle in the ICE Watch convoy.
It'd be funny if he got in front of one of the ICE Watch convoys and blocked
It
the
stopped.
car.
It blocked.
Just stopped.
Just stop. Just stop.
This is amazing.
They
This is
just
so
keep
good.
going. Like, what
It
is
just-
wrong with these people?
That's all he did. Just keep going. I've got a couple of videos of them starting to play the ice cream truck music as they're driving down the street.
Right.
Like the ice cream truck, the music from. Yeah, I got a couple of those videos if I can find them. All right, you got any questions out in the comments? Anyone out there? We haven't seen any super chats in a while, have we? Probably. Let's see.
There's been some.
Oh well, let's pull them up.
Yeah, we got.
One.
Get them up here.
We had the last one. We got a $5 one. Do you think? Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Wait, what happened? Did we lose MagaMeg?
Oh no.
Did her internet go out? Let me see if she's
Did we
still
lose
in
Meg?
here.
I don't see
Yeah.
her down there.
I think her internet may have gone out.
We
She'll
lost
come
her.
back. When she comes
Yeah,
back,
she'll
she
come
can just
back.
join.
I'll just tell her that.
All right. So here we got David B 3126. Thank you for the $5 super chat. They are no longer liberals. They are full-blown communist. Yeah.
That part. Yep.
Facts. That's accurate.
Accurate. Yep.
I would go a step further. I don't know if we can call them like traditional communists because they've morphed their mindset and their ideology. It's really kind of this weird amalgamation of all of the forms, isms. So they're actually more like fascist than communist because none of these people actually want the government to have full control over the means of production because they're not freaking idiots. They're not stupid. They know what that means. That means you turn into Venezuela. Instead, what they want is they want complete control over corporations, and those corporations pretend to have control over the means of production. So they're really just fascists, and you can tell that by their censorship apparatus. You can tell that by their hatred for people who are a little bit different than them. You can tell that by the nasty things that come out of their mouth every time they speak. They're really just fascists that kind of think they're communist. They used to think they were socialist, but now they're just fascists. That's what they are. They're all fascists.
That's what I've been calling them lately. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
They are. I had a background last time I was debating. Well, the last several times I debated, I used a background that said liberals or the Democrats are the party of fascism. Prove me wrong. And yeah, they can't. All they bring up, they try and point the finger at Trump, and it's like, well, that's crazy because listen to all this fascist shit you guys do.
They literally
Did you guys?
tried
I
to
can't
get
even
us
define it.
removed. They try to
Did
get
you
us
guys
removed
ever
off the
see?
internet.
Did you guys ever see that TikTok video I did of the Babylon Bee, where the Babylon Bee skit where Hitler and a leftist, a liberal chick, debate each other, and the liberal chick realizes that she actually agrees with Hitler on everything? Did you ever
That is
see that video?
hilarious. I did not do that.
It's the
It's one
horseshoe
of- okay.
theory.
No, it's
Meg,
I'm gonna
is
find
your internet working better, Meg?
It keeps crapping out. I may have to switch to the other thing if it does it again. I'm so
This
sorry.
one actually sounds pretty good. That's okay.
It
So,
does sound
folks,
good now.
folks in the comments, if she falls out, we'll just keep bringing her right back up over and over
Yeah,
again. So
she's
just
not
bear
going
with us.
anywhere.
you've got unlimited lives in this video game. You can just keep respawn. Just keep
That's right.
respawning. In fact,
That's right.
what was it on Contra? Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start, and you get 100 lives. Did I do that right? I just did that right, didn't I?
You
That
just
was
Yeah,
got
you
it
did.
right.
Right.
That
That
was
was
Mario
crazy.
Brothers.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
No, that was Contra, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Contra.
There's
was
one
Mario,
that's
wasn't
up,
it?
down,
Down, left, right,
down,
left, right.
something else for Mario
Up,
Brothers
down,
too,
left,
like
right,
old
left, right.
school NES.
Patriot Dad and I never really played video games after like the first or second Mario Brothers. It just
Yeah.
wasn't our thing. We'd rather be
Okay.
outside
Yeah, I was
kicking
outside.
things and throwing things and hitting things. So anyway,
All right, let's
check.
Okay,
We got
wait.
another one. What?
Did-
Oh,
Did you see Amazing Tara's comment in 2020? Show us your vax papers in 2025. It's racist to ask for papers. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's right.
where is that? Where is that?
Hey,
I'm gonna
that
bring
is
that up.
Fantastic.
Let's come back
That
to
is
that.
Yes.
awesome.
I know it's crazy. Nobody wants to show their papers now, but everybody demanded you show
You
your
had to
papers
have
to
a
be able to
whole
walk to
ass.
a grocery
No,
store.
no, 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 no. It goes further than that because you had to have a whole ass medical procedure and then walk around with a medical record
The
to show
card,
people.
yeah.
And they're just asking for your papers showing you're here legally, but they aren't going door to door and asking for papers like the liberals want you to believe, guys. Okay.
And they also
said
aren't going door to door like loser Twinkle Toes Tim Walls was doing back during COVID, demanding people stay inside their homes.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
and
I mean,
the
he
ta-
was
the
actually
clam
shooting
thing?
paintballs at them if they weren't.
Yes.
His National Guard was walking down the streets with paintball
National
guns.
Guard. Let that sink
National
in.
Guard.
Called National,
National
Guard,
Guard.
for
Yep.
COVID. And his
Yep.
wife said that she was opening the windows at night so she could smell the burning tires. And I tried to get Grok
Freeing.
to make me an AI image of his wife opening the window to smell the burning tires, and it wouldn't.
Red's face. That was cute. Yeah, no, Grok won't do that.
My
That was an
son.
accident. See, I accidentally. So I'm base guy keeps coming in here. Listen to. So there's a bot that keeps jumping into the comments, and every time I
Let's
ban
block
or
him. Where
block-
is he? Let's
I
just
have
block him.
been, but he keeps going out and making new accounts and coming back in. Like that's how crazy these people are. Like these sock puppets are paid so well that they can just generate account after account after account. So he was in there again saying things like Meg is mommy, whatever
I
the hell
see him.
that's
I
supposed
see
to
him.
mean.
I see him.
And
I
then
see him.
somebody was like, wait, that's my mommy. And I accidentally clicked the wrong button and that comment showed up here on the screen.
No, remember she told us that's her
Yeah.
son. That's
Yeah.
that's Meg's son in there in the comments. She's like, dude, that's my mom. Quit talking shit about my mom, dude. don't talk shit
My
about my
son
mom.
does not. My son will
We
not
ain't have-
tolerate.
We ain't having none of that. No.
Hey,
Yeah,
I don't know
ooh,
if you guys
bro,
are
that's my
aware, but boys and their moms, you're not gonna mess with a mom of a boy. The boys are going to stand by their mom.
That's right.
It
And
is
base
so
guy's a little
sweet though.
baby anyway. All right. So thank you, Kim Moynihan, who I actually pronounced your name right this first time instead of butchering it. Do you think the Dems don't want him to start the Insurrection Act to claim Trump is incompetent for not starting the Insurrection Act? No, I don't think they think that hard about anything. I think they are entirely reactional, and they are told what to say, not what to think. And they're basically just going to say whatever people tell them to say, which is Donald Trump invoked the Insurrection Act because he's a dictator. Or they'll say Donald Trump didn't use the Insurrection Act because he's afraid of us. Those would be the two things that he said.
Those are the two options. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. They're just a bunch of babies, bunch of whiners and babies. All right, let's find.
Hold on, but when he does invoke the Insurrection Act, and he will because he won't have a choice,
Yep.
they're going to say that he's trampling all over the Constitution. He's trampling on our First Amendment rights to protest and all this stuff. The problem is, as soon as you march your ass off the sidewalks with your picket signs where you're yelling, as soon as you do that and you move into impeding law enforcement or federal agents, you're no longer aligned with the First Amendment. You are now in criminal territory, and
You know,
you're
they're
obstructing the implementation, the execution of federal laws. It's not First Amendment right anymore. It's
Nope.
not.
Nope. And there are several states in the United States, including Florida and Oklahoma, where if people are standing in the middle of the road and you feel threatened, you can run their ass over.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of these idiots not understanding the Constitution, they don't understand what the First Amendment means. They definitely don't understand the Second Amendment. And apparently they don't understand the 10th Amendment either. Did you see that Minnesota and Illinois are now invoking the 10th Amendment in their lawsuits to block federal agents in their cities?
Maybe
God.
somebody needs to explain to them the Supremacy Clause.
That's not legal.
She said, that's not legal. No, that's not legal. Because you know what? The funny thing is, the Constitution actually gives, the federal government supremacy over immigration and enforcing immigration law. Like, it's actually in the documents. It's there. Like, these people are that freaking stupid that they think they can hijack the concept of the 10th Amendment and make it apply to whatever they want. There's just one problem. The 10th Amendment specifically says those things that are not designated to the federal government belong at the states. Well, this happens to be one thing that is absolutely designated to the federal government.
Yep. I'm not surprised, though. Illinois, I'm not surprised. Minnesota, neither of those surprised me. Look at their governors.
Really what they're trying to do is they're just trying to slow the process down. They're trying to put more lawsuits out. They're trying to get some, district court judge to file an injunction to make sure that the Trump administration is hemmed up for a couple of weeks before it lands in front of an appeals court, and an appeals court looks at the district court judge and says, you're a freaking moron. You shouldn't have done that. At some point, that is going to have to be dealt with.
Can we get somebody to block some comments?
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I track
I'll
these
be right
people.
back.
I'm blocking them as they show up. Look, if this guy wants to spend all night just creating new accounts, go for it. I mean, you can do that, and I'll just keep blocking you.
You have a stalker, Meg.
She's got a bunch of them, actually.
I don't even have to do anything. These people are just,
Well, we'll make sure that we have moderators in here going forward. This is actually the first time we've had any trolls in our comments. I have a feeling we're going to have to do that for y'all, Joe, to make sure that someone is managing the trolls there as well. But we'll just keep blocking them. I don't care. This is not a democratic republic in our comment section, folks. We rule with an absolute iron fist. We are authoritarians in our comments. This is our comment section. We will protect it from you absolute losers who are going to come in here and try to spam people. You don't have freedom of speech in my comment section.
Sorry.
To answer this person's question that keeps, no, I don't want to see your tiny eggplant. So go away.
Oh,
there's another one.
What question is that? Where are these people coming from?
Oh, we're getting spammed now. Yeah, I got him.
So this
got him.
This is like actual bots.
Yeah, these are bots. These are bot attacks. The fact that there's people that are willing to do bot attacks to try to suppress your guys' launch of your podcast should tell you everything. These people are scared to death of MagaMeg and Claire Patriot getting a podcast. They're terrified of it because they know what that means.
Their feelings.
They know what that means. They know that the truth is coming.
If you have to ask that many times,
I bet he's one of those like peeping Tom people that exposes themselves to people in like dressing rooms and stores and stuff. It takes pictures of people's skirts.
Nom, are you special ops?
No, I was not doing special ops when his camera was turned off for a few minutes. Maybe.
Were you?
Nom had to hit the head.
Beer?
Sorry.
Okay. Somebody asked, would talking about the Supremacy Clause and all of that, they asked if that would make sanctuary cities illegal. And the answer is yes. You have to think about things like medical marijuana and things like that. The executive branch of government has the authority to enforce or not enforce federal law. States don't have an option about like abiding by federal law or not. If they're not abiding by federal law, again, the federal government gets to choose if they enforce or do not enforce federal law. Joe Biden was not enforcing federal law He was not enforcing immigration laws. Donald Trump is. And neither one of them have enforced marijuana laws, which is why some states have legal marijuana. If the executive branch of government decides to start enforcing federal law, you won't. When it comes to marijuana, you won't be able to have that anymore. So I hope that explains it.
It explains it. Should we watch, because we've got a bunch of sock puppet Antifa accounts in here, should we watch more videos of them getting wrecked in the streets by
I would
ICE?
love that.
I think we should
They
do
would
that.
love it. They would love
I think
that.
we should. All right, hold on. Here's my favorite. This is my absolute favorite video that I've seen so far on Antifa getting wrecked in the streets. Come on. Get you some.
Oh yeah. America.
Those whistles are so
Who
scary.
the fuck is blowing a whistle? Is that a rape whistle?
Yes, it is. How ironic
what it
is
is.
that?
Yeah.
guys.
There you go. Take that.
That's my favorite. We need merch with that photo on it.
We do.
We
Actually,
do.
listen, we had a super chat that I brought up that said we need a FU Trump T-shirt. I
We
pulled
do.
it up,
I
but
would
we
wear
didn't, we
that.
didn't mention it. Yeah, we do need an FU Trump T-shirt.
Oh no. Oh no.
Got YJ
Did you guys
in
see?
the comments.
You see who that is?
Young Jeffrey. No.
Young Jeffrey's in the house.
Young
What's up,
Jeffrey.
I love him.
No way.
He's my favorite. Gasparotto.
Love you, Jeffrey. Welcome to the show, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. This is. Should we watch more ICE videos, because the bots seem to have disappeared when the ICE videos?
They don't
show
like
up.
it.
They don't like it. They don't like watching their friends
asking me
get
about
wrecked
the
in the.
eggplant.
All right. Let's see if we can find some more. What's this lib dance break? I didn't
Wait
see
on.
this
There
one.
are super chats on Rumble. We don't see the super chats on Rumble.
I
What
sent
the
that
hell
to
is
you
that?
with context. You played it without any context at all.
I have no
whatsoever.
context.
It was
What-
still funny.
What was that?
They were having a dance off. I was trying to tell you guys, this is what the liberals are doing when they're not protesting. They're having these dance offs, and somebody forgot to tell them they need to bring the boom box, because they're definitely missing a boom box, especially with those pants.
We have super chats in Rumble. There's super chats in Rumble. Are we
I
missing
don't know how
those?
to see them. They're not coming in.
Oh, we do. Family Crest, $15. I figure you
Well-
boys are Buckeye fans. Sorry, but you got to read the super chats. Go blue. Hey,
Oh.
Family Crest, we love you,
Careful.
but you can
We're
pound
not-
sand,
listen,
dude.
No,
No,
listen,
just kidding.
Listen,
Just
we are
kidding.
out of season. We only hate meat chicken. We only hate meat chicken 1 week out of the year. The rest of them, they're a Big Ten team, and we prefer the Big Ten. But meat chicken, y'all got your ass
Just
beat,
for the
and you lost
record-
your lost your coach in like couple weeks later. I don't know what to tell you.
Just for the record,
Family
that
Crest is a P1 too, by the way.
I know. We'll be, you're
Who's
allowed to be a
messing with
Michigan fan as long as you're a P1. You're
Yeah.
allowed to.
So listen, that group chat group text message I was telling you guys about, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out what meat chicken meant when they were texting each other about football. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? I have no idea what this even means.
Michigan.
know.
I figured it out. I figured it
Meat
out,
chicken.
but it took me a while.
Hey, did you guys hear? Did you guys hear that Tim Walz gave a speech the other day? And it was probably one of his best speeches of all time. It was just him, Tim Walz, standing in front of like this oak wall, which is weird. Like, who stands in front of a giant wooden wall?
My
And
kid
he-
is texting me right now saying, "Stop with the meat chicken. It's so cringe."
I didn't even know what it meant. They were texting each other about football, and I'm like, what are they talking about?
All right.
Meat
So
chicken.
you guys
I
have
should
to
not be
hear.
reading
You have
this.
to hear Tim Walz's speech from the other day. This is one of his best. Are you ready for
Trump
this?
intends for it to get worse. This week, he went online to promise that, quote, the day of retribution and reckoning is coming. That's a direct threat against the people.
Hold on. We got to do that one again. That was very quick. I got it.
All right, everyone, hold on. Pause.
I've got it.
If you are listening to YouTube or Rumble on your phone, but you're not looking at your screen, stop what you're doing. If you're driving, don't stop. But if you can look at your screen right now, you have to look at your screen. Look at your screen.
If not, go to about the 46-minute mark of this, okay? All right, or 56-minute mark of the show. But all right, here we go. Ready? Go. And play.
Donald Trump intends for it to get worse. This week, he went online to promise that, quote, the day of retribution and reckoning is coming. That's a direct threat against the people of this.
I love that.
Hey, I am still taking credit. I am absolutely taking credit for President Trump putting the word retard back in the lexicon. I did it like a month before and every show before that, and then he truthed it. He put a freaking Truth Social out where he called someone a retard. I'm taking credit for that. Nom is taking credit for retard being back in the political lexicon where it belongs.
Oh man. All right, let's find some more funny videos, shall we?
Well, hold on. We got another
right.
super chat, fellas.
Let's read it. Ooh, I know what we'll do next. Go ahead.
We need a fundraiser for PTSD ICE and CBP agents will get from these rape whistles. They're going to be watching football and then get flashbacks.
Flashbacks. It's going to be like flashbacks to Nom, but it's going to be like flashbacks to.
Dude, if you're going to send a funny super chat, can you let me know so that I'm not drinking my Coke Zero and I'm going to spit it out of my nose, please?
I'm definitely not drinking Coke Zero tonight, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys see this one? So you know how there's a bunch of these blue talkers, these leftist lunatics who are out trying to dox people and thinking they can get away with it. Well, this one thought she could get away with it.
Was arrested for publicly disclosing the address of ICE agent Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross lives in my town. I won't say exactly what road, but I will just say that the numbers.
She lived in the same community as Agent Ross in Minnesota. After Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed, the woman, angered by the incident, decided to post a video revealing the agent's address. She thought she would gain support and likes, but she unknowingly committed a serious crime. Under the law, publicly disclosing the personal information of a federal official is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. After the video was posted, many people criticized her, and facing immense online pressure, Sarah quickly deleted the original video and eventually deactivated her entire TikTok account. But it was too late. Larson's identity was further uncovered. She was a licensed massage therapist who worked at a local spa. She was immediately fired by her employer, and the next day, police arrested her based on the information. You can't incite harassment and then call it freedom of speech. Now she will have to pay a heavy price for her actions.
Hell yeah.
A heavy price for someone over on Rumble said, show the furry video.
Oh, I stole it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Please come fix my internet.
Show the furry video from today of that furry getting arrested by ICE. I don't know if I
don't
saw
have
that.
it. We did.
Seen that.
A furry. Yeah, a furry got arrested by ICE. I don't have the video. I saw it.
I've heard it. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
All right, I'll find it, and then we will probably add it.
I have something I need to say to Sarah, who doesn't spell their name properly, by the way. I mean, I guess that's what you expect from somebody who spells their name without an H. But, lady, it is a crime to dox ICE agents. And what are you doing? She's saying she lives in his neighborhood. Why are you trying to call all the protesters to your neighborhood? You realize you're going to get your house burned down, right?
That's exactly what I said too. I'm like, not only was she not smart enough to realize that this is a crime, she also doxed herself. Like,
dumb. Yes, please come fix my internet.
Yes, but to be fair, Claire, we are dealing with states that have governors and whole ass attorney generals, like that wrote lawsuits that claimed that ICE enforcing immigration law was a violation of the 10th Amendment. Okay, so this is the caliber of people that we're dealing with. They think that it is states' rights to protect illegal immigrants from ICE. Just so we're all clear where we're at.
Well, you have to protect illegal immigrants from ICE because otherwise they might do stuff like this.
Oh God, what are you doing?
Like vote?
Is it going to play?
Like
Is it going to play?
No, because you have to remove.
It's crazy what happens when you,
Just
try to
freaking
interfere with
comply.
ICE. Why is it always the women? It's always women. What's up with these white leftist women? What's
I
wrong
think they're
with
above
these
the
people?
law.
I actually have a question to ask the ladies on the panel in a minute.
Go ahead. We don't need to see any more of that one.
Yeah, I have a question. Well, we do because the end of it's actually the best part where they're carrying her away.
I don't think that's included in this clip, unfortunately.
I don't know if it is or not, but I think you've all seen. Ladies, women, you all are some shade of white woman. I know there's some
I'm
Asian
Native
down here. There's
American.
some Native American over there. I don't know. I know there's some shade of whiteness. What the actual hell is wrong with white women? What
Listen,
is
they're the
going on with
worst.
you white women?
They are as somebody who
Entitlement.
doesn't identify as white. Also, you have eyeballs. But as somebody who doesn't identify as white, those white women are crazy. But only the
acting
liberal
really insane.
ones. Only the liberal ones.
They're
What's wrong
so
with them?
entitled, but then they act like they have to say they have like a savior complex because it's like virtue signaling because they don't have a way to be a victim. I feel
Because
like
they're afraid of
in
being called
society.
racist. They're
Yes.
afraid of being called racist. Period. The end.
Meg, what do
I
you
mean,
think's wrong with these people?
Is there anything else?
You're a white woman, right? Or maybe some
Why are
variation
they
of that.
crazy?
Yeah, I have a little bit of Cherokee in me, but I mean, if you cut me, the Cherokee would bleed right out, and then I'd be a white girl. But
Hush, Meg. You're not
I
supposed to
feel
tell
like-
people that.
oh, oops. I think SK and Claire nailed it, but I also think that they also have a Karen complex. They just stuck in Karen mode.
I heard a very interesting theory the other day. Someone said that they were talking to their white liberal female friend and trying to figure out like what is wrong with you people. And the answer they got was fascinating. A lot of these white liberal women have gone to college and they have gotten entirely useless degrees, spent in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars, and had figured out how to make money in like HR department DEI programs and DEI departments and corporations all around the country. And Donald Trump comes into office and the first thing he does is he eliminates funding for DEI. And now these a-holes don't know how to make a living. So they're pissed and they're in the streets complaining.
No, because this problem predates that. It predates
It's
that
also
by
wealthy
like
white
a
women.
decade.
It's also wealthy white women, and they're insufferable. Like
are.
wealthy liberal white women. Let me add
Yes.
liberal. Wealthy
No-
liberal white women are absolutely insufferable. They definitely have a savior complex, like Claire Patriot said. But then you add money on top of that, and it's like they feel some obligation to care for the entire world.
Yep.
Hold
Wait.
on. Here we go. Here's a good one. Here we go. The Amazing Torah said it's because the liberal white women who are pumped full of toxins and fake hormones and SSRIs, by the way. They didn't add that one, but there's a lot of SSRIs involved in this. And then get indoctrinated and saddled with useless degrees and student loans. And they find out that your underwater basket weaving degree with an undergraduate degree of feminist dance theory is not actually going to earn you any amount of money when you probably should have just gone to be an engineer or, an architect or a doctor
Or go be a mom.
A mom,
Yeah,
something
but
like
there you
that.
go.
God forbid though. They can't
And-
can't do that.
No,
Well,
having a child is the worst thing that could ever happen to you, you guys. If you weren't aware, the worst thing that can ever happen to a woman is getting pregnant and bringing life into this world. They hate their kids if they
Well,
have them.
They must
Or
hate
if they
them.
didn't get rid of them.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, I was
right.
about to say.
They must
Also-
hate them in order to be willing to abandon them at home, drive around the street, attacking ICE agents with your car, and end up not making it
Right.
home that day.
Who takes their
Yep.
kid to a protest? Period. I don't care if it's one that could potentially get violent or not. Who takes their kid to a protest?
I took my kids to one. We went to a it was like on the state, it was on the Capitol grounds. It was
That
like
was
this
totally
big
different.
event,
But, like,
you know.
That was
ICE
totally different. It was an
Yeah,
event.
no. Not one that I
No.
know that I could potentially get run over at.
These people are
You
taking
know-
6-month-old babies and then they're like, look how terrible ICE is. Remember when I talked to you about narrative warfare? They were encouraging their children. You guys, let this sink in. In the protest groups, they were encouraging them to bring their children. They are telling them that they have to take their children with them because, you know, they called off school and they have to take their children with them because they have to teach their children about fascism and how to fight fascists. And Donald Trump and the Republicans are fascist Nazis.
That's not the only reason. Narrative warfare is right, but they are hoping that ICE is going to end up deploying pepper spray
That's
and
exactly
flash
what it is.
grenades. And then they're going to be able to say, ICE just deployed pepper spray on a 6-month-old. A 6-month-old's been hospitalized.
Hospitalized.
That's hospitalized. That's
It's
why.
sickening.
Yes, that's why.
And besides
because
that,
they
a
want the
6-month-old
optics of it.
And besides all that, a 6-month-old is out in the cold, and then they're hoping that they get pepper sprayed. Like, what kind of parenting, you guys? This just
I want to know who plans an insurrection in the wintertime in Minnesota or Oregon.
Well, they
Somebody's
didn't plan
planning
that.
skills absolutely suck.
They're
Don't
They
we
didn't
have
plan it.
words to learn from this?
I feel like they're opportunists, to be honest. I feel
They
like they
are.
wait for something to happen and then they already have these plans, but it's not necessarily planned out to the date.
That's exactly what they did. And they tried to use other events that have already happened and it didn't work. It didn't kick off right.
Ladies, you want me to blow your mind real quick? You want me to blow your mind?
Always.
They were planning these. They were hoping that they could create this last summer with the No Kings protests and all that stuff. Didn't happen.
Because
If
they
it
couldn't
didn't
get enough
happen, they-
black and brown people in the
right,
streets.
Right. They
Yeah.
were hoping that they could get it going next summer. Couldn't happen. The networks were trying. The money was being spent. The signs were being printed. All the flyers were going out. People weren't doing it. Nick Shirley showed up in Minnesota. And Nick Shirley put the entire infrastructure of the Democrat Party, who, by the way, Minnesota politics is the diagram for what they want. That's why Tim Walz was the VP candidate, because of how well and how structured he has built the fraud system and protected the fraud system. Nick Shirley showed up. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, including allegedly involving someone to kill senators and representatives in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Remember, you can go directly to the court documents and read the letter that Vance Bolter left for Kash Patel.
Yep. Nick Shirley showed up when he did. He was not planned. Their networks were ready. The only reason this is happening is so that the federal government would supposedly be distracted from the investigations, because the Somali community is the bottom of the rung of this. It's the elected infrastructure that created it. It's the inspectors generals that created all of this. It's the audits that created all of this. It's the banks that allowed and permitted all of this. The Somalis can be lifted and removed and replaced with another group of people.
Yep. And they will next time.
And they will be. That's why this is happening, because they don't want the people from the top on down to be toppled. This is protecting Tim Walz, Keith Ellison, Jacob Fry, and everybody else.
Amy Klobuchar
all
went
of
to dinner with Melissa Hortman that night.
Yeah, but it's not just Minnesota politicians. It's the entire national, the entire national Democratic National Committee. All of them are involved in this. Ilhan Omar,
exactly right.
all of them.
That's exactly right. Did we lose Meg again? I think we
Somebody
lost her.
said
Somebody
Okies
said-
versus internet.
Okies first. Listen, I'm an Okie and internet's fine here because I have Starlink.
There she
I
is.
told her.
Hey, she's back.
Starlink is where it's at.
Yeah, I'm
Hey.
fixing this problem tomorrow.
Hey, persevere, honey. Just keep coming back. Keep
got
coming
it.
back.
All right. So, hey, Nom, have we seen this one yet?
Career.
Did I show this one? Have we
Hold on.
looked at this?
Somebody in the comments section said that the banks need to be investigated too. Who did
They
all
are.
this? Listen, that you need to go look at all of Data Republican's posts and replies, because she touches on that. The banking is extremely important. Uh-oh, where did Claire go?
Oh,
where?
What's going on here?
I thought it was
Oh, I'm
me that
pushing
time.
buttons. No, that
You're-
was
stop.
me.
Listen,
I was like, I
Patriot
can see
Dad,
everything.
if you don't stop pushing buttons, Patriot Dad, you are no longer allowed to.
Is
listen,
he being a button
He's
smasher?
gonna bust out your nickname. You better watch
listen,
out.
hey, Junior, listen to me, Junior. If you're going to add a new video, you have to remove the previous video. Otherwise, you break all of it. Okay?
Fine.
Okay.
Play that video.
Which video would you like to play?
I would like to play the one that was just up there that has no audio. So we're gonna have to talk through this. I stripped the audio out of this because I don't want to get a copyright
Got it.
infringement. Which, by the way,
Okay.
your breakdancing video that you did, we may have to remove that later to make sure that we don't get a copyright.
Oh, because there's
But we'll see.
music.
We'll see how that goes.
Oh, my bad.
So
I
play
didn't
this
think-
real quick and we'll talk through it. This is another video of ICE out doing their job. Wait, where'd it go? Of ICE out doing their job.
This one?
Yeah, this one. So this is a bunch of ICE agents outside of an ICE facility who are going into the crowd and they're arresting the troublemakers. Because when, and there's Donald Trump, you know, flipping them all off. And then there's this lady.
You're under arrest for making
I never said a threat. I never said anything. I never said anything.
That seems like a really uncomfortable person to have to try to arrest right there.
That's a hip
Can I just say,
You
how
have
do
to
we get
finish
back
showing
on
that video.
I will.
She's
We're going to
got-
come back to it. It's still
She's
there.
got
Can I
some
just
junk
say
in her trunk? That guy.
she did? Can
But
I just say why does the didn't do nothing crowd, as they're saying I didn't do nothing, they're literally fighting the police. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing while they're fighting police. Anyway, that's
Real quick. Hey, MAGA Larry and probably Jake and Doxy, we will be adding you guys as mods as soon as this show's over. We apologize for the riffraff coming in here and trying to destroy the show. Looks like Guarding the Grid says we need a producer. Wait a minute. Nom is our producer.
I would be
We
if
do
he would
need a
stop
producer,
touching
though,
buttons.
For real.
Yep. All right. Before we jump back to the video, we've got this super chat. How come the protesters are not charged for assault with the whistles? That can cause permanent hearing damage. That's a really good point.
They were passing them out at schools. There's a school in, I think it was Minnesota. There's a school somewhere. I saw the documents from the school. They literally were handing out those whistles at school to kids,
They
telling
think
them
they're
how to use them.
accomplishing. Like,
did anybody else see that?
no, but that doesn't even surprise me though. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. They probably paid for him with Somali fraud.
Right? That the way that they're laundering that Somali fraud money is wild.
Yeah.
We've
Funding
been
for
all
schools.
with that.
All right, Nom, let's finish that video real quick.
Hold on.
Nom
Stop.
needs another beer. He's falling behind.
What does this even mean? I'm falling behind. I was reacting to that super chat who was like, why aren't we charging them with assault for a whistle? I mean, come on, that's a little lame. That's
no.
It's a little fake and gay. It's a little fake
It's
and
a freedom
gay.
of speech, wouldn't it be covered under?
I think
fake and
I thought
gay.
I saw somewhere that there actually is part of a statute somewhere that excessive noise done intentionally can
ordinance.
be considered
Sound
assault.
ordinance.
Yeah.
It's a little fake and gay. Let's be honest. Come on.
But do you know or do you just know?
I had a
just-
dream
listen,
that it is fake and gay.
I'm just
Was
saying.
it
That's
the
all
Mormon
the evidence you
bees?
need.
Was
I'm
it
just
the
saying that.
Mormon
Listen,
bees?
we're not going to charge people for blowing rape whistles. Okay, we're
Were
not.
they wearing
there's a-
maroon?
I just
Uh-oh,
want to
not the
say,
maroon.
I am going to fix this internet issue first thing when
Wait,
I
you're
get off
having
of
internet
here.
problems? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's
I
going
know,
fine.
no.
It's going
All right.
fine.
All right, you want
It's
to
all
watch the
going
rest
fine.
of this video?
Yeah, let's
I'm
watch the rest.
producing. You're no longer producing. I am. Ready, go.
But I
All
know.
right. Let's go. You can record. Let's back up. Thank you.
I love you. Let me go.
And there's Donald Trump again for you.
Listen, he works out, okay?
That never gets
That's-
old for me. So
I will show that photo is going to end up literally at the end of every video we show on the show for the rest of time.
We need to add it onto our outtake video at the end of it. It's the last thing everybody sees. Is
at the very end.
Yeah. Let's go to Aspen.
I think we can do that. Actually, what we'll do is we will play that first, and then we'll go into the video.
What are we doing?
Nothing. I don't know. Is there any more content that we want to talk about?
I don't
know. Anything else? Folks, anyone in the comments, you got any burning questions? Anything that you want to address to the ladies on the panel? We've got Claire Patriot. Time. We've got MagaMeg here. They're starting their podcast on Sunday, it sounds like. Any questions for them?
Hold on. You have a video of mine you haven't played.
Oh, there's the Ilhan Omar.
Yes.
Yes. You need to play that. Pull that one up. No.
Was that her from today?
I don't ever look at my text messages or anything I put in the Dropbox. They completely ignore it.
No, we don't. What are you talking about? I knew it was in there, but I'm not allowed modding anymore, or I'm not allowed producing anymore. Remember?
Got it. It's coming right now. Ready, go.
Woo.
Maybe.
We seem to have a special guest this evening, Ilhan Omar, a Somali fraudster who married her brother and is dumb as a rock. If you think about it, she probably graduated from the Quality Learning Center. Anyway, if you could please step forward, Congresswoman, so our big, beautiful ICE agents can immediately deport you back to Brobangistan. That would be nice. Enjoy your trip, Omar.
Did he just say Brobangistan?
Dude said Brobangistan.
The Quality Learning Center for kids that can't read good and want to learn to do other things good too, okay?
It's so funny to me that all Republicans in MAGA have everybody just calls it the Quality Learning Center. And when I was at that event the other night, everybody was referring to it, even in person. Everybody's like, Quality Learning Center. I'm like,
all right. So Jen Red Monkey said that she just tagged me over on X in the furry video. So I'm going to go see if okay, I see.
Yes, they're having walkouts, not just school. They're encouraging everyone to walk out from your job. They're planning a walkout for January the 20th, and they want everyone to just up and walk out of their jobs. Fun fact, you're going to get fired.
I think that would
You should. I hope you do.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
There's a lot of people who want jobs. There's a lot of people who want jobs. There's a lot of corporations that are kind of still sitting on them. They're not quite ready to see where this economy is going yet,
which is bonkers considering where the economy is going. Absolutely.
Yeah,
a lot of these companies are going to end up chasing their tail here shortly. Production is going to ramp up so fast that they're all going to get behind. They're not going to be able to hire fast enough. You're going to end up seeing, this is actually a good thing if you're somebody who's going to be looking for work or somebody who may be thinking about jumping ship and going somewhere else. Because what's going to happen is these companies are going to start getting behind. There's going to be a massive hiring rush. There's going to be a huge demand for quality employees, and they're going to start paying top dollar for it. This, by the way, is how you raise the household income.
Yep.
This is how you do it.
Hold on.
I feel this comment.
Top dog comment of the day. As a stay-at-home mom, how do I walk out? Listen.
I have the answer to this.
Listen, when your husband
I think you just do it.
home,
I think you just do.
When your husband gets home, you just leave.
No.
That's how you do it.
Here's how you do it. You go to the bathroom.
Yeah. No.
Right. Every
Wait, that's what dads do. We go hide in the bathroom.
That's what you guys do.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
spend 45 minutes in the bathroom.
You guys are all gonna have hemorrhoids. You're gonna keep those. You're gonna keep those doctors busy.
All right.
Listen, I was fine. I was fine if we never came into like bathroom break conversations. I was totally cool until that.
All right. So Family Crest says,
pull it
yes,
back.
Hey, PatriotDad, Claire, Meg, how did you all get connected? Did you come together on X or in person? So I've actually met none of these people except for Nom in person. We share a womb. That's about it. We got connected through content creation over on TikTok, actually. And then I kind of followed Claire over to Instagram, and maybe we'll try to work my way over to Facebook. But X is kind of the place where everybody goes. And some of us are still trying to figure out how to grow on X, but that's how we met. You see, it's not a very big world of conservative content creators. So if you're good at it, a lot of times you just kind of interact. So we actually have a thread a DM, if you will, of probably about 10 of us that are constantly interacting, chatting, talking about things that we're struggling with in the platform and censorship and all that kind of stuff. And all of these folks are in that group chat. I had no idea, by the way.
I'm
I
not.
haven't been on TikTok. I don't even open the app.
By the way, I had no
not cool
idea they
enough
were
to be in that
starting a
chat.
podcast. Wait a minute.
Yes, you
You're not?
are.
I think you're in it.
I'm not in that chat.
Oh, we got to change that.
Claire did
Yeah,
not add. Why are you not in that
I'm
chat?
not in any group chats. With
I have been avoiding
conservative creators.
I've been avoiding TikTok since like forever.
I keep getting mass reported, so I go over there and I'm like, oh, gotta appeal.
No, can't do it.
So listen, I'm going to make an appeal to all of you. Not that kind of appeal, a different kind of appeal. An appeal to the soul. TikTok is still where the battlefront, where the battleground is, right? We cannot abandon, even though every time we turn around, the algorithms screw with us, the censorship continues to screw with us. We know that the bullshit's being pushed, it's being prioritized, it's all over the place. We cannot cede that battleground. We absolutely cannot do it.
Totally
we can't. There's enough of us that are really good at this. I'm not one of them. He's fantastic at it.
You are.
She's fantastic at it. She's fantastic at it. She doesn't like making videos, but her research is fantastic. You guys, listen, we cannot give up that battleground. We absolutely can't do it. Because if we do, you're going to get blue talk.
That's right.
It turns into blue sky.
I hate it. I hate
Harry
it.
will take over.
I don't like being on. I like talking. I don't like being on camera, and I don't like
You're
it.
so good though because you give so much really good information.
It's too much information. I can't do short form. It's too much.
And I think I just put the
Long
furry arrest video in there, but I can't tell if I dropped it in the 43 or 42 folder.
I thought.
Well, I
that you
can't
were
either.
just
Where'd you drop it?
touching buttons.
Aw, somebody said Meg is really pretty. Never seen her out of character.
I got one 949. This one?
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. Let's see what we got. Here, hold on. We're going to rewind this because I don't think many people are paying attention. All right. Here's the furry arrest video in Minneapolis. Ready? Go. Oh my goodness, you fascist, you arrested a furry.
Were they making a TikTok when
I think so. Was that Renegade? Was he doing the Renegade dance?
I think so.
Hold on. You guys, do you realize that there's a whole NGO that's been created for those people that wear the inflatable costumes?
Yes.
At the Antifa protest. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a whole NGO that's been created. They're collecting donations to pay for those inflatable costumes.
SK Senate. It's right here. It's Andy. It's Andy. No, I'll bring it up. If you want. Here it is. It's Operation Inflation. This is hold on a second. Operation Inflation. Andy, no.
They need Operation Testosterone
Where'd it
because
go?
they're all
Hold
a
on.
bunch of beta male pansies.
Wait, where is it? Oh my gosh, where did it go? What are you guys looking at? Operation
Oh, that's
Inflation.
it. Yeah, we see it.
That's it.
I don't
Yeah,
see it.
you're on. Yeah, that's it.
Andy, no. There, we're not interested. Operation Inflation. Okay, here it is. We are not interested in peace. Fascism has our Operation Inflation, a far left group that takes donations to buy costumes to make violent Antifa and far left rioting look like a children's event on camera, has released a video. Let's listen to the video, shall we? Can you guys hear this?
We
you
have
hear that?
noticed a select few using the inflatable costumes to denote a message of peaceful and joyful resistance. We, however, are not interested in peace. This is not the time for peace. That is not an option on the table. Fascism has arrived. The state is building concentration camps. Trump's secret police are engaged in explicit ethnic cleansing. Do not confuse our adorable form with passivity. We are uncomfortably aware that there is no comfortable way out from here. You see, Operation Inflation is about one thing: disorienting fascist control of the narrative landscape. We are not responding to violence with nonviolence. We are not responding to excessive force with whimsy. We are responding to fascism with anti-fascism. Fascism requires a constant reduction of social phenomena.
Hold on.
For their loyalists are incredibly gullible.
Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, no, hold on. No,
Respond. ICE needs to respond with fart
are
spray.
totally right. You are totally right about this. Hold on. This we didn't watch this video. And SK, this is another one of those SK, like I sent this to you like 5 hours ago. Why didn't you watch it? This is a hugely important video. Did you hear the language?
Bro, everything I send you is hugely important. I just don't just send random shit.
Why is it so creepy?
Because they're creepy.
It was so creepy the whole time. I'm like,
they are so brainwashed.
Wow. SK,
But we're
how
the
did you let us
cultists.
even start this video without, or start this podcast without watching this video?
You guys never watch anything I send you.
That's
I
not
sit here all day
true.
and just talk about
We
whatever you
watch
guys
a
talk
lot
about.
of what you send us. The problem
Justice
is
for
you-
SK.
The answers to solve all of the world's problems, and you guys completely ignore me all day,
poor
every day.
SK.
SK's been telling us that since September. She knew who killed Charlie Kirk, and we're like, okay, whatever. And sure enough, she knew the whole freaking network. She mapped the whole damn thing out.
And
she
for
did.
the
From the
record,
beginning.
Candace Owens touches the truth, and then she makes a hard 90-degree turn. To
Oh,
it's
girl,
the
she is far from a
Jews.
hard 90 degrees. Now she is accusing Charlie Kirk of being a time traveler. And
not
she
only
is-
that,
I did see
she-
that.
And she says that
was
he went
part
to
of
an
the
X-Man school.
Yeah, she also said that she was recruited for that school too, but she was smart and she faked them out and pretended to be dumb. So
I don't think she'd have to pretend, but
Yeah.
I mean, she's not far off with like the Stargate and Gate program and the.
I
Gate
don't want to go.
program.
I do not want to go into Candyland again. I'm telling you. I will. I will
Look up
stop
the
this
Delphi method.
conversation.
It was
I
thrown
will
out by
stop
the
this
CIA.
conversation every time, just like I will the Q conversation. We're not doing it. We're not going down Candyland cult world.
We told you
no.
that she was crazy, and now she's proving it, and we're allowed to make fun of her for it. We're allowed to point out the fact that she is now saying that Charlie Kirk said he was a time traveler. Like that's
you
how
get 30
batshit
seconds.
crazy.
And that's it. You get 30
All right.
seconds. That's it.
And
30
and
seconds.
also, did you know that she says that Project Looking Glass, which by the way is a really interesting project that you should look into, but she's
Wait,
saying that
what?
it stopped working. Lady,
Yes, we need
if
to
you're gonna
address
do
this.
you're gonna do this type of analysis, lady, you need to understand that Project Looking Glass didn't stop working. That's not the thing. What happened is it all came to a singular conclusion after a certain period of time, meaning Project Looking Glass is really designed to give you various potential outcomes of scenarios. And now all the scenarios point to the same outcome. That's what happened with Project Looking Glass. It didn't stop working. You potato.
You did pick up on that. Wonderfully done. Great job.
Potato is Nom's
Potato.
favorite
She's a
insult.
potato.
It's
She's well, that and
potato.
retard. Retard potato. You're a potato. Hey, we got a super chat. Cajun Patriot. We love Cajuns down here. By the way, I live down in South
I ate
Mississippi.
Cajun today. It was great.
My wife grew up in South Louisiana, and we love us some Cajuns. Anyway, hey guys, love your podcast and all you guys' content. All of you. Thinking of start making videos, but I'm very self-conscious about being on camera. Love you all. Hey,
Do it.
I mean,
Do it.
what do you have to be self-conscious about? I am ugly. He is ugly. These women are beautiful. If you're a dude, you can be ugly and be on camera. It's fine. It happens.
I used to hate the
Listen,
sound of
Paige-
my own voice. So, and then
I-
you just keep talking into the camera, and eventually you just get used to it.
Yeah.
You don't get used to it. That's a lie. Don't listen to her. You never get used to it. But also, you have to just do it, and you have to have good people behind you. Patriot. I would have never turned my camera on if PatriotDad didn't basically make me. But he also prayed with me, so there's
I did.
that.
I love that.
Helps. That does
Yep.
help.
There's
We
so
prayed
much
with a lot of
power in it.
people. Oh, did you see this, Nom? This one's for you. This one's just for you. No, put that back up.
I didn't do it.
You see that?
Yeah, fine. I
Also,
get it.
already
I know.
told you all the connections.
We already
weeks
know.
ago.
Yeah, we already know. We
right.
we did that show like 4 or 5 episodes ago. Yeah,
Yep.
we know.
All right. What else do we have? Do we have Tom Holman? We have Tom Holman. Can you show Tom Holman?
Do we have Tom Holman?
Yeah, there's a
Do
Tom
I have
Holman
to-
video in there.
Go
We
ahead.
need Tom Holman.
We need to hear
It's
from Claire
called
Patriot
Humble.
and MagaMeg because they're the stars of the show, and I feel like we haven't let them talk enough. Coming from the
always
one
do
that
that.
talks a lot.
That.
Well, let's play Tom Holman, and then, ladies, I want to roll. I want to wrap. I don't know if we're wrapping this up. We can keep going all night as long as the comments keep coming. But we want to know what you ladies do.
I got a drink.
Let's do this. What are you girls planning on doing? What is your show going to be? What sort of content are you going to do? How are you going to pull this off?
So I think both of us do response videos, which are funny. So we're gonna definitely incorporate that. And then she wants to do for some shows when Harry Sisson says really dumb things, we're gonna have like a Harry Sisson shaming moment.
There has to be.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm working on a name for it. If it's gonna be the Harry Sissy segment, I don't know, but I'll land on it.
No, oh,
The
hair
sissy
bear.
But
No,
then
Can
we
you be
all
the sissy Harry?
the sissy Harry.
Sissy time with Harry.
I think you just call it the sissy segment. I mean, I think that's
The sissy segment.
Love that. So yeah, we're gonna
that's-
react to things and
And then also like things there's videos that will come out we think are important that we need to discuss that people get such a short amount of time to put a lot of info into a video, and we want to play that and be like, so there was a video recently of someone describing, what it meant to them coming from being a Democrat to going to being a Republican and like growing up and things like that would be nice because we'll have longer to like break it down. You know what I mean?
Are you telling me
Period.
that one or the both of you were Democrats at one point?
When I was a child.
I was
that's
I was a liberal.
unforgivable. That's
Ew.
unforgivable.
Like
Well,
I was
I
a
can't be friends with you anymore.
I was
okay?
a
I wanna hear
raging
that,
liberal.
actually.
You can't sit with us.
So what
to my
happened? Tell us
defense-
your story. What happened?
So I grew up in very liberal Illinois and came from a family that was very liberal. But it was like old school Democrat working class because they used to say they were for the working class. Come to find out that was never true. Then I moved to San Francisco and I was living there, which also very liberal. And I think at the time I just didn't really question things. But as soon as I came back, I started to really look into things. Obama, I started to notice that he was causing more problems than the division. And then, Trump comes on the scene and they were lying about the things he was saying because I would watch the whole live video of what was happening and they would say something completely different. And then I realized, wow, I have been lied to my whole existence and these people are evil. And so is that whole party. And the classic Democrat doesn't exist anymore. And, and I think too, that I was always a Republican, but everybody told me I was a Democrat because I grew up in Democratic places or Democrat state and then moved to another one. But I don't know that I ever really, because I feel like I've always been conservative, if that makes sense.
It does.
Still
'cause
on
believe
base.
it, believe it or not, Democrats used to be conservative.
Yeah.
So what I want to know, Meg, is are the glasses and the pigtails and the swatter, are they going to be a part of the show? Or are we going to get long, beautiful, wavy hair, Meg? What are we going to get? Are we going to get a little bit of mixture of both?
I wanted to look, nice for y'all's podcast, but for ours, I'll probably do the pigtails and the pink glasses and stuff. So, yeah. The swatter is in my car, by the way.
How could you possibly do you like wave that at people while driving down the road? Like
I
you do that?
have. I have.
You should.
Yeah.
Does your
I
husband
would.
have to does your husband have to like get in fights for you? I mean, do you like go up and wave that swatter in people's faces? And your husband's like, fuck, I have to fight again today.
Yeah, that actually does happen. He's like,
Shit.
stop
Damn
getting
it.
me.
Stop getting me into fights. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
He loves
All
me.
right. Let's play Tom Holman and let's figure out like how to wrap this thing up because it's Friday night and I'm sure some folks want to go hang out with their family.
It's
at some
Friday
point.
night. We're
I do.
having fun.
We
Well,
are.
families, remember that stay-at-home mom that was trying to escape?
Yeah, here it is. Here's your escape. You're doing it.
Well, you're looking
All
at
right,
the
here we go.
working dad who wants to go hang out with his wife and kids at some point tonight. So
I know my
wanna do
husband's
that.
This
home.
isn't gonna work out. We have to
And
break
these
up.
people
Okay.
who want to, say
That's-
follow.
Hold on.
I didn't do it. You did that.
I know. I'm doing it. I'm bringing it up. We got to get it all rocking and rolling, ready to go. Because
Stop
none of this
fighting.
stuff. Well,
This
no,
isn't fighting. This is
it's
just
part
banter.
of our thing, dude.
This is like twin banter.
I know. I'm kidding.
Ready and go.
Job and these people who want to say follow ICE, and film ICE, you know what? You can protest. They have that right. But when you cross that line, and we've proven it, if you interfere or impede or assault an ICE officer, you will be prosecuted. And one thing I'm pushing for right now, Laura, we're going to create a database where those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV. We're going to let their employers in their neighborhoods, in their schools, know who these people are. Because as you said, a lot of these people, they say they're taking time off work to protest. I bet you a lot of them are calling in sick. I bet you a lot of their employers don't know what they're doing. But we're going to make sure everybody knows who they are. We're going to broadcast. They want to broadcast the ICE officer that was nearly killed all over the internet. We're going to broadcast every one of these people we arrest.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Looks like we had another super chat over on Rumble. Our good friend and meat chicken fan up in Michigan, Family Crest, says, love the shows, and because we're good sports up here, go Buckeyes. Yeah, we're just giving you guys a hard time. It's just friendly rivalry. We love you. No, what did you mute yourself for?
I don't know.
Oh, he didn't know.
I don't know.
Our producer folks.
Hey, we had Patriot Lad watching to learn how to produce the show tonight. So eventually Patriot Lad's going to be sitting behind the computer running the gadgets and gadgets so we can just rip for however long we're on. And then ladies, we'll hopefully have Patriot Lad helping to produce your show at some point too.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. He's excited. He's almost 15. I think it's time to put his butt to work, and maybe we'll pay him a little bit to do it.
Yeah.
But
This
I think
isn't
That's when I got my
China,
first job.
PD.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, they're homeschool kids, so they go to work when other kids are like sitting in school. They're actually doing things. They work, kind of. All right, we done? I don't think I have any other videos in the Dropbox. I think
I don't
that's about
know,
it.
ladies. What do you have? I think we're about out. These people don't work. They're used to government.
Is there any
handouts.
more
No, I
that
agree
you
with that.
ignore? Is there any more of SKs that you ignored?
Oh, probably. There's probably days and days and days and days and
So,
days worth of
there's this
content that they've ignored.
There's this philosophy in investing that I attribute to our relationship with SK. And it's this: you can't offer people too many choices of what to invest in, or they eventually just get paralyzed and they don't know what to invest in. It's called selection paralysis. And the amount of stuff that SK sends us, it almost puts us into paralysis, because I'm like, I don't have time to look at all of that. So I think we need to develop, like in our chat, we need like an AI tool, some type of bot that summarizes what she's sending us and give me the cliff notes of it.
That's the
That's what I
problem.
need.
You
That's
have
me.
to read it because you have to retain the information.
don't.
That's why I
That's what
can't
we have
remember
you
normal
for.
words. That's why I get on this podcast and I can't remember normal English words that people use every day, because my head is full of all of this information, and you have to let something go. And apparently mine's English.
SK, that's why we have you. We don't have to remember that. We just have to yell and hoot and holler on the show and then say, SK, tell us about this thing. And then you do.
You always say, SK, tell us about this thing, after I've been distracted reading the comments and I'm not paying attention. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Focus, grasshopper. Focus.
You gotta get a
Focus.
fidget
SK.
toy.
All right, let's do a little bit of
Yes.
housekeeping.
Fidget.
So somebody over on Rumble, the amazing Tora says, have the guys been on the Discord, or is that only SK? We are in the Discord, but we are not necessarily on the Discord. Meaning I don't ever go into Discord. That's my fault. I will make a bigger effort to get into Discord and interact with folks there. I'm sorry. I kind of stink at it. But that's like social media platform number like 9,428 that I have to look at. And it's not the one I go to first, but I will make an effort to get back in there.
And I will get back in there. I had to like completely reset everything because I got hacked live on air, and I had to reset everything, and I haven't figured out how to get back in Discord yet. But also, W, comment to whoever said just act normal. Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
That's right. Doxy Mommy, who's one of our P1s.
Yeah. So there's an unconfirmed reports coming out of Iran that they used a chemical agent on protesters, per Tory says. Unconfirmed, but that's news. That's very big news.
We'll be paying attention. If I tell you this, if that happened, you can count on the Trump administration moving in and removing.
So
everything.
yeah, you think that's what's going to happen? I think personally that is eventually going to happen, but that's just my personal opinion. What do you guys think? You think he's going to get involved and do something?
Well, great question. I'm going to pull up the national security strategy real quick while you guys are talking through this, because I think he talks about it in there.
He does, but I mean, I think he's been very clear, because, you know, Washington, the intelligentsia, the national security state, they love red lines. They love when you're like, here's my red line. What's your red line? Trump's red line is if Iran starts like killing the protesters, that's his red line. And if they've deployed chemical agents, that will be a red line. It will be, and he will. But I also know that he is not going to do anything boots on the ground. It will be very surgical, very targeted, very strategic strikes on regime leadership. Like, you guys remember when he knew exactly where Solon, they know where all of these people are. Literally, they know where they are every waking moment of every waking day. They will take them out individually, one by one, strategically and surgically. He doesn't want to have to, but he will. That's his red line.
Do you
If
want
you
to
start
know?
killing those protesters, he'll start doing it.
Do you want to know my view as somebody who knows absolutely zero of the military? Just somebody using common sense and logic. I think Trump did what he did, allowing transponders and things to be on, because I think it flushed people out. And I think that the strikes will be precision, and I think it'll be this weekend because they got to wait for markets to close on Friday.
I saw a theory that maybe he made it seem like he was going to the other night, and they got all of their flights grounded so that he could map things out, and he was, bluffing.
That, and they cleared all the airspace, so there were no planes over Iran except for 2 Chinese planes that flew over the top of Iran. And the same Chinese planes were coming in and out of Iran during the last time the airspace was cleared. And you got to remember, all those people started running, so they gave up their positions.
Yeah, so that's what I thought that was a really good. I'm like, so now maybe we do know where everything is.
Oh, we know where everything is. The question is whether he wants to pull the trigger on it. And I think that's still a little bit up in the air. I think this chemical weapon things, if that proves to be true, that's a game changer. And that's probably going to be going to make him, it's going to be the tipping point in that decision. I actually thought that it felt like he was starting to de-escalate a little bit, because you were starting to hear reports that the regime had stopped their assassinations of people in the streets, that they weren't going to carry through with the executions. I haven't seen a whole lot saying otherwise from folks at videos that were coming out. But if they use chemical weapons on people, that's a game changer. That's a big deal. The regime is going to go. I suspect this regime will be out of power by the end of the month, one way or another.
Hold on.
Yep. Holly
Was
Market's
it Ukraine?
too.
Was it Ukraine or Syria? One of the two. Didn't Ukraine use chemical weapons on their people before? Well, Obama didn't do anything, but didn't they?
I think so.
Am I crazy? Am I hallucinating?
It's not Trump.
I believe
Don't
you,
care.
but
It's not Daddy Trump.
Somebody in the comments tell me if I'm hallucinating.
Check how long pizza delivery times are in DC. It will tell you if there is activity at the Pentagon.
oh yeah, somebody should do that.
That's really
That's
good.
actually a good point.
Is that real? Check
Yeah,
how long
actually.
It actually is, because when they're in the Situation Room, they order pizza.
Hold on, here we go.
Do you want to know
Someone
one of the
can
things
add
that's blown
military
my mind
clarity.
real quick? That is actually being down here in the South. I can't find good pizza down here.
I've heard that. I've heard pizza in the South is not good.
It is
Pizza
not
down
it
here
is-
is good.
In
No,
Florida?
well, like where Florida, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Florida is not the South. Stop it. It is not the South. It's not. North of Florida.
We're
is the South.
Australia.
I don't know what the hell you are. You are.
I
you
saw
are
a
not the
panther
South.
this morning. A panther.
Are you serious?
Yes, and the other day I saw a gator, and I
Well,
saw I don't know
You're
what it
the
was. It looked like a-
Caribbean. There are
You're
panthers in the
Australia.
Caribbean.
You're
There are
the
no panthers in the
Australia.
South.
You're the
There are no
Australia.
panthers in the
there
South.
is. Yes, there is.
There are.
Yep.
There definitely are panthers in the South.
We have them here, and I live right next to a preserve where they're not allowed to be hunted, even though they're reduced numbers, so you can't anyways. But it went right into the preserve, It was crazy. And my friends that have lived here, they said their whole life are like, I have never seen one. And me and my daughter saw it, and she was like, did this thing with the Google, and it said it was a panther.
We had a bobcat outside of my house once. It screamed like a banshee. It scared the
Yeah,
living
they
crap out of me.
cry.
Yeah.
It was it looking for your chickens?
So do
Probably.
rabbits,
And everything
FYI.
else. We had,
Rabbits sound like kids.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
All right. So Jen Red Monkey says, I can add military clarity. I agree with SK. He will do it on the down low when no one is around. The least amount of loss of life, but he's still paying attention to what's going on. Active Navy son. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's going to do it in a way that's not when people are not necessarily paying attention. I think when he took out Maduro, I think it was like 2:30 in the morning when that strike started, because I happened to be one of those weirdos that was still awake. And I was watching my phone and I'm like, holy crap, he just took out Maduro. Sure enough, smartest move he could have made, by the way. It's fantastic he had to do it. Here come the pineapple on pizza haters. Excuse me, pineapple on pizza is fantastic. And if you don't agree, you're a Nazi.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't like pineapple on pizza, it's because you've never actually had pineapple on pizza before.
Because you might be a fascist.
Uh-oh.
You
He
might
pulled
be a
out the
fascist.
Nazi and now the fascist.
Yep. And if you don't dip your
Double
pizza
whammy.
and pineapple in
ranch.
ranch dressing, there's something
Ranch,
wrong with you.
yes.
Oh,
I've
yes.
never had ranch dressing.
Oh,
before.
you've never had ranch dressing on your pizza?
I've never had a pineapple before either.
I am going to
Oklahoma
challenge
doesn't have
whether or
ranch
not
or
you are in
pineapples.
fact an American.
I'm in
Also,
shock
earlier
right
when
now.
we were talking about being Cherokee, someone in the comments said we're more Cherokee than Elizabeth Warren.
Fuck yeah, we are. When
Uh,
she brings up that she's Cherokee, I gag every time.
Look, a full-blooded Irishman is more Cherokee than Elizabeth Warren is.
Do they
Boy.
have buildings named after their family? Just FYI.
Sour cream is good for
She's
pizza dipping.
wealthy.
Yeah, I don't know about
She's
sour
wealthy.
cream being good
Yeah,
for pizza
yeah.
dipping. I think that's like, it doesn't have enough like tang to it. You need the tang, the cold, tangy ranch
All right,
flavor to
listen,
go with the pizza.
If our
you know.
podcast has devolved into pizza toppings, it's time to wrap it up. Mrs. Nom
Yeah.
just texted me. Are
My
you guys
husband
almost
is
done
waiting
yet?
for me.
All right.
It's time to wrap it up.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap this up. I hope this was fun. This will probably be a little bit more organized going forward. But thank you, ladies, so much for joining. This was awesome. Guys, you have to go watch their show Sunday. Do we know what time yet on Sunday?
We're aiming for 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Eastern.
But we're
or
different
Central?
time zones, so we need to figure that part out.
Well, if you say
Well-
7, it's 8 Eastern.
Yeah.
Could
Okay.
you do that, Claire?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right.
That'd be-
Let's
figure
not
it out.
figure
We'll
the
figure it out.
logistics out on it. Here, I have another
Sorry.
idea. Why don't, ladies, you figure out when you're going to do it. We'll get it scheduled. Patriot Dad and I will be ready to produce, and then we will all do teaser videos so everybody knows when your show's going to hit
Am
on
I going to
Sunday
be
night. And we're all
forced
going
to
to be
make
there.
videos again?
Yes.
Yes.
Good night.
No,
can do
well,
it.
SK sounds like a 15-year-old high school boy. Just
Just hold on to
All
your
she
butt
needs
cheeks,
is the
okay?
llama hair. All she needs is the llama hair.
You
and
need, you
she's
need the
fine.
llama hair. Oh,
I
Grab your
loathe
cheeks.
making videos. I feel like a weirdo talking
Grab
to
your
myself
cheeks.
in the camera.
Grab
And then I have to
clench
hear
your
my
butt cheeks.
voice. I'm sorry that you have to listen to my voice, guys.
All right, folks.
You have a
This was
beautiful
fun.
voice.
Thank you so much for showing up. We will see you on Monday. The ladies will see you on Sunday at the brand. And the next time you see the Patriot Source, it will be branded the Patriot Source Network. The Patriot Source Network, 7 o'clock East, no, 8 o'clock Eastern. The ladies are going live. Nom or I will be in the background, not saying a word, just pushing buttons, having fun. It's
But
going to be
not at
so
the same
hard.
time.
Somebody in the comments asked if chickens have large talons. Listen, chickens have dinosaur feet and they're disgusting.
No,
okay?
that's a distractionary topic. That's literally no. Don't. Shiny object, no.
Chickens don't have large talons, but turkeys do. Those bad boys has some feet.
Stop.
Chickens
Some
have
feet.
dinosaur feet.
I'm
okay?
hitting play. I'm hitting
All right.
play.
We're
I'm hitting
out.
Play.
See you
We're
guys
out.
next
Bye.
time. Have a great night.
See ya.
The bullets and the punches and the riots have been flowing in only one direction for too long.
I've been trying to tell you guys this whole time how corrupt all of these things were, and here we are.
It is not our responsibility to fix something they spent years intentionally trying to destroy. Unity can only happen in a country when you have a people who agree on what the outcome should be.